things. Now the first thing we want to do is you want to log back into Aweber, because I'm going to show you how to set up a follow-up series. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go into you want to select your list here. Okay, so you want to select your list from up here, and this one, and for the sake of this example, is Internet Marketing 101. Then you want to go here to messages. There's a drop down box and click on follow up series. Once you do that, it'll load up your very first follow up that you're going to create. So the first thing you want to do is you want to create your first follow up. The very first thing you want to do, this here is the subject line. So this is what people will see in their inbox. Okay, they will not see the message until they've actually opened it. So this subject line is probably the most important line of the entire email. If this is not clickable and does not get them to open the email, then the email itself is useless. You're not going to make any money unless they can open the email. Now there's no such thing as a 100% open rate. You know, anything between 15 and 30% open rate is very, very, very good. In the subject line, you really want to make sure that you've got something that really enticement to them, and they're going to want to click on it and open that up. If you make it really intriguing, or ask a question, or use a question and as a statement, basically, that's an effective method as well. Okay, so the first thing you'll do here is you'll actually type in your subject line. Okay, that'll go in here, which I'll actually do in the next step for you. Then, once you've got the subject line, you double click down here. We can get rid of all that, and then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and write our first email. Now our first email is going to be very, very simple, because the first one is delivering the freebie, a download page, and we'll get to that later. And we'll create a download page, and on the download page we'll just give them the option to download their freebie. Okay, so this email would have a link to the download page. Okay, so I'll do that later. You'll see how I do that, but basically this is the first email. Now in general there are 3 different types of emails, or 3 different lengths of emails that I feel works very good. Okay, this is a very short to the point email. Okay, this is good for quick promotions, or when you're giving something away for free. Okay, because you don't need to sell anything or promote anything or push anything. If you're giving something to someone for free, okay, then there's the average email, which is, you know, every second email is going to be about 2 to 3 paragraphs long. Alrighty. Then there is the really long email, which is really, really good for telling a story and building some sort of a relationship with your subscribers. I'm going to go into a hell of a lot more detail about the actual writing and what to write in the emails in the next video, so don't stress too much. The main idea now is just to understand how we get to this point. We've got our subject line and we've got our body. Okay, the body of the email. Now, I don't know if this is going to let me do it, but you want to click on save, and that should go grey in a second. So it's asking me to type something in, something like that. So here is your free traffic report. Okay, that's not what I'd write, but I'll do it in more detail later. Then we're going to actually write the body. Okay, and then we're going to go here and we'll save it. So once that's done, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on the next button. Right here, we're going to track our clicks. It's important. We want to track our clicks. Okay, so we're going to save that. Then we're going to have a look at doing our next message. Now you can see here, it says here's your free traffic report. It's all done. This one, it doesn't give you the option to send it a day later, 2 days later, because this is the very first email they're going to get. So this is sent immediately after they sign up, so people don't wait and get peed off. Okay, so this will be sent immediately, automatically, straight to that person's email address that put in their details to get the free traffic report. Now we can always edit this, send a test from here, delete it, and copy it as well. Okay, so, and then later on you can see how many people have opened this over time. Okay, and there's all sorts of statistics you can actually get from that. Okay, so once we've done that, then what we've got to do is we've got to create our next one. So I've just gone back into messages, follow-up series. I'm creating a follow-up. Click on the big create a follow-up button. Can't miss it. Okay, so now this one, same thing. Subject line is very important. Need to make sure that's catchy and gets them to click on it. I'm not going to write a proper one. I'm just going to do it so I can show you this. So hey there, obviously we'll have something different. But okay, now, and then we're going to put in our actual email or actual body here. Okay, so now for this one, I'd probably do a short email, probably 2 to 3 paragraphs. It depends on how you want to do it, but basically, and I'll give you a rundown of this later, but basically my first email is obviously the freebie. My second email is usually a promotion. My third email is usually a freebie. My fourth email is usually a freebie. My fifth email is a promotion. Okay, so I usually do it like that. So 2 out of every 5 emails I send will be a promotion. Okay, and the rest are free stuff or just information or just saying hello or catching up. Simple as that. Okay, so once you've got the subject line, like I said, we'll go into that in detail later, and the body, we of course you want to test it, and then we want to go ahead and we want to save it, and this is where it will come becomes slightly different. Click on next and you'll see it is now asking us when we want to send it. So this is email number 2. Okay, it's automatically set to 999 days after the first one. We don't want that. So we want it to be 1 day after the previous. Once that's done, then we'll click on save and exit. Now, in general, what I normally do for each email, I tend to send them 1 to 2 days after the previous for the first at least 2 to 3 weeks, and then after that I would send them, say, every 2 to 3 days. Sort of 2 to 3 days per week. Basically doing this, the idea is that we want to do all the work up front and have all our emails set up so that they're actually delivered automatically, and that's just going to create the income for us through obviously affiliate commissions. And when I explain actually how to write the emails in the next part of the training, you'll see how we place the affiliate links in the emails. This is why we have a list of products that we found earlier, okay, to promote, and also which ones we're going to actually give away. When creating these follow-ups, it can be very slow, okay, it can be hard as well, and laborious, okay, but remember, you do the work once and you never have to touch it again. Okay, other than sending out broadcast emails, which we'll get onto later, all you need to do is set up these emails once, and it is a fair bit of work initially. You can get someone else to do it, but it'll cost you a lot of money. So I tend to do them myself. So to do this properly, you're going to probably need around about 40 follow-up emails, okay? Well written, 40 follow-up emails. Okay, so that's going to take you a while. Now, if they're 1 to 2 days apart, you're talking nearly 150 days, 1 to 3 days apart. That's about 150 days, half a year, 6 months worth of emails, all done, set up, ready to rock. Okay, and you don't have to touch it for that 6 months. Okay, then you can just add to them over time. Now, if doing 40 straight away is ridiculous and you don't want to do that, somewhere between 10 and 15 will do, because say for instance someone signs up tomorrow, and then tomorrow I do another 2 or 3 emails. They're going to go on the end of those emails, those 10 that I've already done, and they'll just get them gradually. So it's good to have at least 10 up your sleeve, so you're not creating emails every day. Now once you've done that, 1 day after for this one, we're going to save that and exit, and that'll take us back to our main page, and we can see now we've got 2 emails. So here is your free traffic report, and then to hey there. So this one, that's immediately. This one is sent 1 day after the previous message, and it's got now obviously a spam score of nothing. So now we want to repeat this process over and over and over and over again until we've got enough emails ready to go, so we are all set up on the back end. What we're going to do now is going to move into the next video. In this video it'll be a little bit lengthy. I might even break it into 2 videos because I'm going to actually show you how to write your follow-ups. I'm not going to show you live on camera how to write 40. I'm going to show you on camera how to write the 3 different types. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.